people call me a bad guy when I am not. The real bad guys are Music Biz Marty, William Glory Hole, N-Word Boy, and Mass Troll Mafia. They're the real bad guys, not me.
After I'm done making this video, I'm pretty much going to kind of take a break from talking about Cyrax. Not for good, but just for a while, you know what I'm saying? Because basically, he is just really repeating himself. Every time he makes a video, he always talking about, I'm Chance Wilkins, blah, blah, blah. I'm a victimized. And, William Glory, Marty, and N-Word Boy, those are trolls. They tricked me and trapped me. Like, bro, how many times are you going to keep repeating yourself? Cyrax, we get it. We get it. How many times are you constantly keep making the same, I think his mind is fully gone, people. I think he doesn't realize it, that he's just constantly making the same videos and constantly keep repeating himself saying the same thing. I don't think he realized that. He hasn't realized that, man. That just goes to show how far his mind is going now. That just goes to show how badly these internet trolls broken this goblin. They have broken you, Cyrax. Oh yeah, they have. They have broken you. For the last 8 years, Cyrax, you know, you want this troll and stuff to go away. I've seen videos of you trying to make deals with Marty, saying like, "Hey, Marty, make these trolls go away and this and that." Cyrax, let me give you a little bit of reality check, bro. Even if you was to have a sit down talk with Marty, which you've done it several times, and you two try to make a deal and it doesn't ever work out or whatever like that. But let's say if you talk to William Glory and you talk to N-Word Boy, let's say if you all was in the chat room, let's say if y'all all had an agreement, and let's say if William Glory and N-Word Boy, the people that you name drop, let's say if y'all came to an understanding like grown men. If y'all came to an understanding like grown men, Cyrax, well, I got news for you, Cyrax. Even if William Glory said, okay, Cyrax, I won't bother you no more. Even if N-Word Boy say, okay, Cyrax, I won't bother you no more. Even all those people that you name drop agreed to leave you alone, there are still more other trolls out there that's probably going to take their place and continue on trolling you. So it doesn't matter whether N-Word Boy, William Glory, all these people that you name drop, it doesn't matter whether they stop or not, Cyrax. The trolling stuff is still going to continue. Even if they walked away and left you alone, there's going to be other trolls out there that's still going to screw with you. So it really not going to make a difference. Even if William Glory and Marty and N-Word Boy was to tell these trolls to leave you alone, do you honestly think they're going to listen to those guys? If they made a video saying, hey, you guys need to leave Chance Wilkins alone, leave Cyrax alone, he suffered enough, do you guys honestly think that they're going to listen to those guys? Absolutely not. Some of them might agree with them and say, okay, we'll leave Cyrax alone. But there's thousands. Cyrax, you got like maybe over 100 trolls or probably thousands of trolls. You got an army of trolls going at you, Cyrax. An army of trolls going at you. So even those guys made a video and address and tell them to leave you alone, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because it's going to be somebody else that's going to take their spot and they're going to continue to trolling you. So it is what it is, Cyrax. If you had any brains 8 years ago, if you had any common sense, you would have ignored these guys 8 years ago. You sitting there and you complaining that, it was because of Marty and all these other guys. Why didn't you ignore Marty and them when you had the chance? Why did you keep addressing Marty and them in your videos? Why didn't you just block those guys? See, Cyrax, you've been on YouTube for about how long? You've been on YouTube for a minute now. You should know how the game goes. Not everybody on YouTube is going to have nice things to say to you. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Rumble, whatever social media that you decide to do your video content on, not everybody's going to have nice things to say to you. Believe me, I know. I'm a YouTube OG. I've been there. Well, except for an army of trolls coming to my house. That never happened to me. But I'm just saying, I've dealt with trolls. I've dealt with people making videos about me. And everybody's not going to have nice things to say to you, Cyrax, in the comment section. Yes, it's always going to be somebody in the comment section that's going to say something slick. They're going to say your video sucks. They're going to say your music sucks. Yes, you're going to get haters, Cyrax. You have to expect that. When you're a YouTube content creator, you have to expect that, because sitting there raging, arguing with trolls, addressing trolls every day is not going to make the situation any easier. You're only just going to make it worse. You're only just going to encourage people to troll you more. Yes, I've got people that make videos about me. I had people left comments and said a bunch of negative things towards me in the comment section. And yeah, I've made videos addressing trolls. Yes, I have. But I didn't make over 100 videos addressing trolls every day. I didn't do that. You, Cyrax, you kept addressing these trolls every day, bro. So yes, Cyrax, I've had trolls come at me. I had people make videos and try to clown me and saying I'm uneducated. Oh, Jug, your video sucks and this and that. And yeah, I did. I responded to some of them videos. But after that, man, I move on. I move on from that. Because not everybody on the internet is going to have nice things to say to you, Cyrax. You have, you should have done, as long as you've been on the internet, as long as you've been on YouTube, as long as you've been feuding with these people for the last 8 years, you should have figured that out by now. So you have to expect criticism. Everybody's not going to have nice things to say to you. Everybody on YouTube is not going to say positive things towards you. You have to expect criticism. And if you see something that you don't like in the comment section, just block them and remove the comments and don't address them. But you address these things. And the more you address, the more it encourages these trolls to screw with you more. Like if you were to quit the internet, see, this is what he'll do, people. If Cyrax truly did quit the internet, if he did quit and someone throws an egg at his house, he'll go running back in his room, back into his little dungeon of room of his, and address it saying, you guys, you trolls out there, you threw eggs at my house. Instead of being quiet about it and let it blow over, you run back in your little dungeon of room of yours and make a video about it and whining about it. It is what it is, Cyrax. These people knows where you stay at. You're just gonna have to you're just gonna have to sit there and wait till it all blows over. You know, if someone throws eggs at your house, don't go running back in your room addressing it, because you're just encouraging them more, dummy. Like he doesn't seem to get it. You know, you would think someone that's been dealing with trolls for the last 8 or 9 years on YouTube, on the internet, you would think someone like Cyrax would have smartened up or wised up. But in his case, he hasn't wised up not one freaking bit. Lord have mercy, man. You know, if Sally was to put him out, he'll be banging on the door. Let me in, let me in. Oh, where to go? He'll be banging on the door. And Ed would probably be talking his junk, telling him like, you know, get the F away, you mother effer. You know, Ed be talking junk, telling Cyrax to go, or they're gonna call the police, because that's what they're gonna have to do now, people. I mean, not they. I mean, well, yeah. That's what Sally and Ed gonna have to do. If they was to put Cyrax out, yes, Sally would have to go downtown and take out eviction papers out on Cyrax. She would have to. She would have to do that. She would have to do that, and they would have to have the police to escort him out because Cyrax is not going to leave that house quietly. Why you call the police on me, ma? Why you call the cops on me? Why? He been crying like a little baby, banging on the door. Let me in, let me in. No, he'll be doing that now. But that's what she needs to do. Sally need to put a restraining order on Cyrax. And Cyrax, the more you keep trespassing, the more you're gonna keep going to jail. But we know Sally's not gonna take no restraining order out on you. But if she was to do that, Cyrax will get tired of going to jail. Every time he comes there, knock on the door, or if he try to be on her property, she can put a restraining order on you, Cyrax. But we know she's not gonna do that. She's not gonna do that though. But Sally, you're being too nice. Sometimes some things can be forgiven. But there are some things that not always forgivable. And the things that Cyrax said and done around your house, putting you and Ed through, that is not. You can't forgive something like that, especially when someone puts you through something like that every day. Having people sending glitter bombs, having people stealing your no trespassing signs, having people throwing bricks at your vehicle and busting out your windows. Cyrax even addressed that. I mean, it gets to a point, Sally, that sometimes, Sally, you have to say, F this, you got to draw that line. You got to draw that line. Now, I know, Sally, if you put this goblin out, you're going to feel bad about it. You're going to feel responsible about it, though. But you know what? He needs to learn. He needs to learn to respect your house because you know what? Cyrax is just fake. He's faking it with you. He's pretending like he learned his lesson. He's pretending like he understands your rules in his house and stuff like that. He say all that. He say all that because he knows if you give that green light and you say, Chance, you gotta go. Chance, get out of my house. If you be like that to him, Sally, I guarantee you he would probably straighten up his attitude. You just need to put him out on the streets, Sally. You need to put him out on the streets and let him get a taste of what it's like to be homeless. Give him a taste. Give him at least a whole day. Kick him outside where it's hot. Let him be out on the streets and let him know what it feels like to be homeless. He needs to get a taste of that, what it feels like to be homeless. Because he's got nowhere to go. Where's he going to go? He doesn't have no friends down there in Ohio. Because if he did, he would have done been moved out already and done stayed with them if they would have took him in or not. So obviously he doesn't have no friends down there. So where's he going to go? He'll be standing around, looking around, bored, scratching his head, scratching his body and everything like that, looking crazy, freaking people out. People be looking at him saying, who is this creep? You know what I'm saying? It gets to a point in time, Sally, that you're going to have to draw that line. Because I know Ed, he's ready to draw that line, but the reason why he hasn't really done anything like that because it's not his place. The house is not in his name. But I can guarantee you, if that house was in Ed's name, best believe Ed would have done been got rid of Cyrax. He done been got rid of Cyrax and done been put Cyrax out though, man. But that's the thing though, man. Like Ed, we heard the audio of Ed saying, telling Cyrax, come on, you little mother effer. Come on, you little mother effer, and all that stuff like that. And I've said it before, man. I know if Ed was like 30 years or 40 years younger, man, he'd took on Cyrax. I know he would. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Ed have any kids or not. I don't know if Ed have any sons or not. I don't know what kind of relationship that Ed has on the side of his family. But if Ed does have a son and he's about because Ed's probably about what, like 60. He look like he's about 60 something years old. So if Ed does have kids, his kids probably got to be like in their 30s, probably the same age as Cyrax is, probably around that same age range. But if Ed got any sons, I'll be calling them up right now. If I was Ed and I had some sons that was the same age as Cyrax, I would get on the phone right now and call them to come over there and teach Cyrax a lesson. I said, hey, come on over here and beat this little goblin's butt up, man. He's over here disrespecting me. He running his mouth, getting up in my face. Oh, okay, Dad, I'll be over there in a minute, Dad. Oh yeah, if I had some sons that's in their 30s and in their 20s, man, I would have got my sons on Cyrax. If I had sons that was the same age as Cyrax in their 20s, oh yeah, I definitely would have called my son over and tell him to confront Cyrax. It would have just made the situation worse because, Sally probably would have kicked Ed out and Ed probably wouldn't have nowhere to go. But hey, if I was Ed, I'd rather just be in my own place. I'd rather just move out and be in this. If I was Ed's age, I would much rather just sign up for a senior citizen. I would. If I was like 60 or 60 some years old like Ed, because I guess that's how old he is. He might not be 60 though, but I'm just making a guess on his age. If I was like 60 years old like Ed, yes, I would move into a senior citizen home. Because I'd rather be in a senior citizen home than sit there and deal with somebody like Cyrax. I mean, at least if I'm in a senior citizen home, at least I might get the proper sleep like I want. At least I ain't got to hear some 30-some-year-old goblin up in the attic playing music, shouting, and arguing with trolls 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. I can get better sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a miserable life for a senior citizen person to be living, because they're both senior citizens. Sally and Ed, they're both senior citizens, and they don't really need to live like that, because Cyrax don't seem to understand what you put them through, Cyrax. That is elderly abuse. You're supposed to be the man of the house, Cyrax. You is. You're 30-something, you're like 34, 35 years old. You're supposed to be the man of the house. Those are elderly people, Cyrax. And you don't have no shame, and you're not embarrassed. You don't feel bad when you put them through this. Because at the end of the day, Cyrax, if you really cared about Sally or Ed, if you really cared about them, you would have done got off the internet. You would have done stopped making videos 8 years ago. You would have did it for them, because you're talking about saying that you want to protect your family. How's that protecting your family, Cyrax, when you keep getting on the internet and keep challenging these trolls to come to your house? How is that protecting your family? That's not protecting your family. That's leading your family into danger. That's what you're doing. You're dragging your family. I mean, could you imagine, people, Cyrax in street beef? If Cyrax was in street beef and he was getting on the internet talking junk to these dangerous people, Cyrax would make videos talking junk to these street people, and he know they're dangerous. He know they'll come by and hurt him, but he put his family at risk by doing that. And he doesn't seem to realize that. When is you going to stop? I mean, people, we live in a world where people like Cyrax, or, I'm sorry, goblins like Cyrax, they feel like they got to blame somebody. They don't want to take responsibility and saying, yeah, it's my fault. I'm the one that fed into this troll stuff. I should never let Marty and N-word boy and the trolls got under my skin like that. Cyrax don't want to be a man. He doesn't want to own up and be a man and own up to his mistakes and saying that, I effed up. He doesn't want to say I effed up. He don't want to admit that I effed up, people. But I mean, it's too late now. It's too late now. It's long overdue. Maybe 8 years ago, maybe the people probably would have forgave you, Cyrax, but it's long overdue now. You making a video and apologizing, it's not gonna work, bro. I mean, although you did try, you made a video last month or a few months ago saying, I'm Chance Wilkins, and I'm just letting you guys know that I'm the victim here and this and that. I'm the victim with terrorism and this and that. The police don't want to do nothing about it. All that kind of stuff, bro. You tried that, but it's too late, Cyrax. It's too late for all that. You can make a video and apologize and saying that you screwed up and you take full responsibility. It's too late now, Cyrax, because nobody ain't trying to hear it now. Because every time when you get up and you try to say stuff like that, to try to convince people, they just laugh at you, bro, like you're a circus clown. They just laugh at you because they know you don't mean it. They know you don't mean it. If you truly mean what you said, Cyrax, if you truly mean it, if you truly mean it, if you're truly tired of the trolling stuff, once again, you would have just stayed off the internet and not addressed this stuff anymore. I mean, yeah, you can still get on the internet, like I said before. You can still get on the internet, but just don't get on the internet and make videos. Simple as that, Cyrax. But and his little pea brain mind of his, he's gonna be hard headed and he feel like he's gotta make a video and dress it. No one cares what you have to say, Cyrax. I mean, yeah, they kind of do, but at the same time, they just laugh at you and just saying, "What are you gonna say today, Cyrax? You gonna quit YouTube today? What are you gonna do, Cyrax? You gonna play victim today?" You're predictable, Cyrax. These people, such as myself, we know what you're gonna say before you even do it. Oh, I'm leaving YouTube. Watch, he'll be back tomorrow, people. Lo and behold, he's back to YouTube the next day, people. That's how predictable Cyrax is, people. So yes, Cyrax, congratulations, Cyrax. You deserve the idiot of the award. He does, people. Don't y'all think Cyrax deserved the idiot of the of award of 2025? He should have got the idiot of the award last year or 8 years ago. He should have earned the idiot of the awards because he's definitely the top name of idiots of the awards in my book. Gotta be. But anyway, that's all I want to say about Cyrax. Like I told you guys, I'm gonna take a break talking about him for a while. I'm gonna be talking about different topics and stuff like that. I know you guys probably want to keep hearing me talk about this goblin, but your boy Jug just gonna take a break for a while and just talk about different things, whether you guys want to hear it or not. So anyway, yeah, y'all, that's all I want to say about him. Peace.